All right, hey guys, Johnny Nerd out here. Today I want to talk about buying motors. Um, Whether you're a customer or if you're trying to be an e-bike supplier, a lot of people are getting into building these and they want to buy them, more than just one at a time. So I want to talk about the whole behind the scenes about how you buy motors and how you get them from different manufacturers. Okay, so number one, the biggest one is Bafang. Bafang is it's kind of confusing. Bafang is like the slipperiest one. Slipperiest. That's a real word. A lot of people. This is the number one thing I hear all the time is like, well, I think I'm just going to order it from Bafang, or I ordered a motor from Bafang, or I think I'm just going to order it from Bafang. And I'm always like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? So Bafang does not sell direct to consumer. They just won't. They have distributors that they sell through in China, and then they sell to resellers like me or anybody who's reselling. If any vendor in America that you're buying from or anywhere had bought it from a distributor who works with Bafang, they buy them, warehouses full, and then resellers like me will buy pallets full from them, and they ship them from there. If you think you're buying from Bafang, you're not. You cannot buy direct from Bafang. That's not how they work. I think it's like an insurance thing, like a protection, getting distance from the end user. There are a lot of resellers out there that will put Bafang in their name, which I think is misleading to say the least, and dishonest to say the most accurate. So just beware. Just letting you know, you cannot buy direct from Bafang. Even if the word Bafang is in the seller's name, whether you're buying it from anywhere, on a website, Amazon, wherever, you're buying it from a distributor or a reseller with whatever name they call it. I could call myself Johnny Nerd Out Bafang, and people would be like, oh yeah, that's Johnny Nerd Out's Bafang. No, that's just my name. I could call myself whatever I want. Secondly, going on, piggybacking off of that, but since Bafang I think is the most, it's the most wild west, because you have to buy through distributors, and it's not clear who's the actual distributor and things like that, and reseller, and like, are you legit? And I'll get into why it's important to know exactly who you're buying from and to know, why buying from matters. And yes, I'm going to be probably plugging myself a little bit, but there's other places out there that, maybe I'm out of stock, or maybe I can't. There's a lot of other buyers out there that are legitimate and that you should support if you don't want to support me, but you totally should. Go to johnnynerd.com and buy all your stuff there. That being said, if you don't want to buy from me, maybe you hate me, or you just don't want to support me, that's totally fine too. I still want to help you not get ripped off. And so a lot of people I do consultations with, and they're like, well, I got like an Amazon gift card, or I want to use my Amazon Prime card, or I really like eBay, I could use PayPal, whatever. Maybe you want to buy from Amazon or PayPal. Definitely proceed with caution, because then it becomes even more the wild west. You get a lot of people that are selling, they're not distributors. Some of them actually are the distributor, but to find out which one actually is, good luck. Absolutely good luck. I have no idea. One of the biggest reasons is the component quality and the component connections should all match. We've had, this is why I don't accept parts purchased by somewhere else. A lot of people think it's just greed. No, it's not. It's because if you buy a part, like a kit off of Amazon or eBay or something, you bring it to me hoping that I'm going to install it, you're going to get it, and they're going to find out motor connectors don't match the battery connectors. The battery is actually kind of a piece of crap, and I don't want that burning down my shop. I don't want it burning down my house. I don't want it burning down anything. That's probably the biggest difference between buying from a vendor, like a good vendor, and buying from Amazon or eBay. And I can only speak for myself, but I know this is probably true for a lot of the other vendors as well. My batteries are much higher quality than Amazon or eBay, because the manufacturers that I buy from do not sell on Amazon or eBay. They have no interest in trying to sell one off to each individual person, because there's a lot of people that need customer support, and that's where I come in. So I buy them by the pallet from my manufacturer. I get the batteries, the best quality in my opinion that you can get, that you just can't find the components on Amazon or eBay. And then I offer support for it. Amazon and eBay, you're not going to be able to get good quality batteries. I've yet to see a high quality battery. The best one that I've seen is probably Unit Pack Power on eBay, which Unit Pack Power is, they're fine. I mean, they're fine. They're probably the lowest quality of a manufacturer that I would say go with. And you could, but I wouldn't buy it off of eBay. I would go directly to Unit Pack Power, uppbattery.com, and make sure you're actually buying a Unit Pack Power. There's a lot of places that put their sticker on it. It's not actually them, which is like you're getting a rip-off of like a, you know, I think UBP is like the lowest level that you should go. They got good value, but that's a whole nother topic for another thing. So hopefully that takes care of Bafang. All right, next is CYC. CYC is you buy directly from CYC. And it's the same thing. You get better pricing the more you order. You could also, as a customer, buy direct from CYC. Vendors like myself buy in higher quantities. We get better pricing. We're able to ship it to you a lot faster. You could buy direct from CYC. They're in Hong Kong. You're going to wait a really long time because they prioritize. Actually, I don't know how they prioritize. I don't work there. So I don't know if they prioritize customers, but they usually say 5 to 8 weeks. So that's about how much it takes for vendors like myself to get them. But we're ordering giant quantities. We're getting a pallet full of motors each time. It's kind of sixes for a customer, whether or not you want to buy just direct from CYC or buy a vendor. You're going to pay about the same. With a vendor, though, you're going to get better support. In my experience, CYC they're overloaded, I think, with customer support. I don't know if they're a big company or smaller company, but you may find that you're going to have better support if you buy through a vendor. And if you're an e-bike supplier, you want to reach out to CYC and buy volume discounts. Usually you got to buy at least 10 or something like that to get a better price. And then Tongsheng is kind of very similar to Bafang. You can't really buy direct from Tongsheng. You're going to buy through a distributor, so you're just going to want to find out. If you want to do something, you can just say you're Tongsheng, direct from Tongsheng, and then whatever country you live in. If you want to be like a not so honest place, you could just say that pretend that you're actually Tongsheng. And then there's a new motor, 2.7, which is like it's not, I don't want to say it's an offshoot from Tongsheng, but it's kind of, you know, people left there and started this and it's supposed to be bigger and better. 2.7, I think, is going to have the same modeling as CYC, which hopefully will kind of clarify a lot of stuff and make things less convoluted and prone for rip-offs. You know, I think it's going to keep it a little bit cleaner. So that's going to be an interesting motor to keep an eye out for. We're going to have to see what the pricing is going to be. So hopefully that helped you guys. Again, if you're just a customer, I mean, I get the allure of buying off of Amazon and eBay because you might be able to save 30 or 40 bucks on a kit. The thing is, like, the batteries are the biggest thing. The motors are all the same. No matter what, the motors are going to be the same, but the batteries is the biggest thing. Because that's a battery from Amazon I would never put on any bike of mine or my family's or anything like that, or even recommend anybody put it on their bike. Same thing with especially eBay, because that's even, I think, even less sanctioned. But if you find a good seller, there could be a good seller in the weeds on either one. So I don't want to say they're all bad, but I just personally would not take the risk on it unless you know for a fact, you know that seller, and you know for a fact that they're putting out great stuff. Otherwise, I don't think it's worth the risk for 30 or 40 bucks to save to get counterfeit cells at the worst. Or what happens is it's like they're rated at like 48 volt, 20 amp hour. You actually put it on a load tester, you find out it's like 16 amp hour. And most people, they don't have access to a capacity tester. They're not going to actually be able to find it. They're probably not going to open up the case to find out if they actually bought Panasonic cells, Samsung cells. And that's usually the case. They think they're buying Panasonic cells. You open it up and it's actually not. It's the generic you know, like 2200 milliamp hours instead of the 35 milliamp hour cells, which you thought you were buying. There's nothing inherently wrong with buying cheap batteries. You just don't want to pay a premium price for it. So just, I could talk for hours on batteries as well. I've got plenty of videos up on it. But that's going to be the biggest difference between buying from a vendor and buying from Amazon and eBay. And if you're trying to be an e-bike builder, do not be sourcing your stuff from Amazon or eBay. It's not worth it. You do not want to set a customer's house on fire because you bought a crappy battery off of Amazon or eBay. And you're not going to get support from them either. That being said, just to circle back one more point, some of the distributors that you buy from do sell on Amazon or eBay. But again, I do not know where they are. I don't know who they are. Good luck trying to find them and getting a reputable thing. But even then, I don't recommend it. If you do want to, you're going to have to go on Alibaba and start conversing with them. And then it's like a jungle out there. That's where you find the distributors to buy in bulk. If you want to buy 100 or a pallet of motors, go on Alibaba. Start conversing with people. Get a RFQ, and then you'll get a bunch of different suppliers come and reach out to you. But yeah, you got to buy them probably 100 at a time to make it to make it even worth doing it. So, all right. Hopefully this helps somebody, or maybe if you're just interested in how this freaking wild, wild west rodeo goes down. It's crazy. Every day is chaos, and shipments are getting delayed. Batteries get robbed from ports. Things get delayed, and then you have customers wanting to know where their stuff is, and you're like, me too. I ordered this stuff 3 months ago. And that's from all suppliers, no matter who, if you're buying from this or this or this, there's problems with getting the stuff in a timely manner. You know, if you're just a customer, you don't have to deal with all that. That's why I'm losing my hair, because I deal with all that stuff, or other vendors. So, all right, guys, little peek behind the curtain. Maybe you found that entertaining or useful. I don't know. Have a good one. Go to johnnynerd.com for all your custom e-bike components and help. Book a consultation if you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I need help with this. Or if you're having problems with your bike or your build or something like that, book a virtual consultation, and we'll do a Zoom call, and I can see exactly what you're dealing with. Odds are I've probably dealt with that problem, and I can help you diagnose it. So, all right, this time, real salute. Later.